Are live now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to race 13 of the Echo Racing League Season 2. This is the second race of the second round of the playoffs at Phoenix. A fun, shorter track, 1 mile in length, flat track, heavy braking at this track, so it's going to be a fun one. I'm once again joined alongside with Eli Bright and Eli.
Oh,
Phoenix. We've had a lot of experience at Phoenix in multiple leagues and different races and whatnot. Tell us a little bit about this unique racetrack.
you can use different grooves to an extent, which is good, always good. And it gets really loose on the long run, which I don't like. I don't
Yeah,
like loose stuff. You could blow a 2 second lead on these tracks. Suck to happen, but
it's a
it should be
theme
a
of the
good
short
race.
tracks. Like we saw New Hampshire a few races ago.
Mm.
Those things get very loose on the long run. So, according to this, we got the 8 of Dale Jr. fan on pole, which is definitely a big surprise. That's not someone we've seen running regularly up inside the top 3, top 5. So it'll be interesting to see. Right now we have 19 people. The playoff standings entering this second race of the round. Max Boost has a 63-point gap over fifth place Kenny. Dirty Boy's 18 up and Bean and LT are tied 13 up. Kenny is then 13 below. KD's 25 below. And the two drivers that missed last race, Big Jim is 36 down and Brett is 47 down, most likely needing to win to make their way into the next round. However, Phoenix being an unpredictable one, and then Michigan with high draft next week, anything can happen. 156 laps here tonight. And I believe all of our playoff drivers are actually racing this race. Last race, Brett fell asleep and didn't make it, so that's why he's down below the cut line. And it's given Bean and LT a little bit of breathing room, but if we get a new winner, they're definitely not in a good position. So I believe I saw Silas starting in second and Max in third, Kenny starting fourth, Arrow is starting fifth, and from then on I can't tell you because I can't see it on the stream. So uh, we'll just kind of try and see
We
maybe if I
wing it.
can go to Kenny's stream if it's different. No, Kenny's all the way down at the bottom as well, so uh, I can't see much. I can tell you that. Oh, here we go. Dirty Boy's starting in 13th. He's one that comes in above the cut line. So now we're down to 18 people. I believe it was BKR backed out. So maybe he's changing something, or he just doesn't feel like racing. Maybe I don't know. It's one of those, that's for sure. I don't really know what else to talk about. After
I think
tonight,
we
there's only
covered
2 races left, which means there's 2 weeks left. Michigan high draft to end out the round of 8, and then we determine 4 drivers to go and race for a championship at Las Vegas with low draft. So that will be a fun time. That is for sure. And we're just waiting on word to when we can join and get this thing started. Jocko is racing. He'll start 15th. I believe I saw Koala is racing. So we got some people that haven't raced in a while. They're coming out of the woodworks and racing here in this third to last race of the Echo Racing League season. And once again, just waiting on them to start, and we can get going for 156 laps at Phoenix. Trying to look through here on Jim's stream. Sixth place start is actually Big Jim himself. KD is starting in 7th, Brennan in 8th, chasing you in 9th, and I believe I saw that maybe Brett was starting in 10th? Yes, Brett's starting 10th. And then 11th is LT, and from there on, I can't really tell, but I think we're just moments away from joining. And I believe we can join. Yep. Eli, you'll probably get in before me again, because that's how it always works.
It does. I don't know how it works. How that's it. How that
You have like
happens.
the PS 4.5?
I guess so. If that one works.
Alright. I'm looking at the Fan Shield 500.
And then I find a tech shifter.
My hair is a mess tonight, and it's bothering me.
Shave it all off.
No, I'm good. I don't want to go bald. And I'm still looking at a wheel and a shifter and pedals.
Well, we haven't went green yet. Okay, never
Oh,
mind.
there we go. I'm in. And no, this will sound weird saying it because no one knows what I mean, but there's no cut of the dogleg rule. Uh, in this league, in its original form, was called the Code Red Cup Series. And in the one race we did here, there was a rule. There's that dotted black line, which is kind of like a lane or two below the dogleg. You couldn't go below that. But no rule here, and you can see they're going to use every inch of that dogleg. Cytogenic already around the outside of the 8 to get to the lead.
We got the outsider working 3 and 4. We got by him.
Max meanwhile is falling back.
Just that he can hold on again. We don't normally see him up here, so.
And something to note, right? So once again, relaxed yellows are on, like we saw last race. That will be a staple for the rest of the season. But so something to note here is since at Phoenix you get really, really loose, some people might be on tighter setups like a 3 or a 4, while others might try a 5 or a 6, hoping that maybe they get some shorter runs. And with these stages, they're kind of weird lengths. The first stage is the shortest, the second stage is longer, and the third stage is a little bit longer than that. So it's not like it's the first and second stage.
Around.
Oh no. He came in plus 18 over the cut line. It looks like he's the only one involved, so I doubt there's going to be a yellow. But those are points implications. And these, if we don't get a yellow, it's very likely that he possibly doesn't get stage points in this one. With 18 drivers, that's big. Top 10 get stage points, and if people like Bean LT can get stage points, Kenny is below by 13. So if he can get stage points and Dirty Boy can't, that's big for the championship right there. And the guy running in second, he needs... Oh, we got Kenny getting sent by Bean, who got sent by Brett. And Bean and Brett are both running the All-Star schemes. That's interesting.
Bean really sent it off.
And there's different mindsets of those three racing right there. Brett basically needs to win, you would have to think. He's so far below. Kenny needs to gain points because he's 13 below, and Bean needs to try and keep Kenny from gaining those points because he's 13 above. So you got people on like every end of the spectrum right there racing with each other. And then up at the front, you have a man who is 25 below in KD. I believe he lagged out of the last race. So he's 25 below. That you think that's basically kind of where the cutoff is of needing a win or not. If he leaves that same mark, I'd say he has to go and win at Michigan. If he can leave, you know, somewhere like 15 below, I could say he has a shot if he can get points. But the front three pulled away, and they're 3 wide behind.
It is a cluster car.
Oh, we got the 14 during the... I think that was the 8. Yep, the junior fan getting shoved out. That's Koala in the 14. See them cutting down basically to the inside wall, trying to protect the lanes. You got Bean and LT. They're tied in points entering this race. They're both trying to get some stage points to get up there. You got Hobos just behind them, trying to move his way through the field. He starts at the back of the field. And then you have, you know, people at the front of this pack like the 96, the 11, the 24. They're trying to get clear of the pack to try and get away. Once you get clear, you can really get away, but you just keep engulfing them. And you got Koala trying to block Bean, who's sideways.
Oh, Bean. Big Jim really lost time with Koala.
Brett's going for 4th. Looking on the 96. Hobo's going 3 wide on Super, and Big Jim, who, as you mentioned, lost a lot of time and ground with that one. He's still backing out of it, so... Meanwhile, still Cytogenic leading, Katie in second and Max in third. Think about Max being 63 or so points above. If he leaves there, I assume he's basically locked into the next round on points, even if he doesn't win here today. So, his mission here is basically just get stage points and finish the race, and then you're basically locked into the next round of the playoffs. You're in the championship 4. You'll be the first one to get in.
Takes a lot of pressure off. You know, Michigan is next.
Yeah.
The high draft.
That's a race where if you're someone on the cut line, that is one of the last things. That's basically a super speedway with high draft. So that is one of the last races you want to see as a cutoff. If you are someone like where Bean and LT is right now, they're tied 3rd and 4th in points on the cut line. you definitely don't want to be there. Because if you're, like, that's almost a race where if you go in below the cut line, you'd feel better than if you're going above.
Yeah.
Because you're going below, the worst you can do is stay below.
Yeah. You ain't gonna lose anything.
Yeah. So you can go there and push. If you're LT or Bean, you know, you go into that race and you're above, then you're like, well, I have to stay in. Then the worst you can do is not make it. So there is pressure for some of these drivers. Katie looking to try and hold off Max still. They've maybe caught Sayo a little bit. You see right there through 1 and 2. That's the interesting thing here about Phoenix. They're using different lanes, and Brett cleared that pack, and he's running these front 3 down. So that 24 looking strong.
He needs a good point today to try to win it, though.
He needs something.
Yeah.
Max going wide there, and Brett might have a shot for 3rd, and KD's looking on Sayo for the lead. Brett's there. Looking sporty right now. He gets up to P3.
I wonder if he ran a looser setup this thing.
Yeah.
He's turning way better than some of the cars are turning.
Now I have to wonder about Big Jim. He dropped back. I don't think he's saving fuel, but they are 4 laps short on fuel. But KD is just past the 48. And KD entered 25 below, moves into the lead, and that basically, well, maybe he's not done quite yet. And Max, I'm wondering if he's running a tire step or if he's saving. Because the 96 just went around him.
It doesn't seem fast. He's kind of just rolled around 30 now.
And Brett up to 2nd. He's definitely not saving. The front 2 right now are over 20 points below the cutoff. KD goes wide. Brett to the middle.
He might get the run off the top.
Now I know Brett probably hates when we mention this, but this is his league. He's never won in it. And I know it's only stage 1, like lap 15 or so, but it's looked good right now, and we'll have to see though on the longer run if it stays this good or if it starts to get uncontrollable on exit. But yeah, Max is really like letting off. I definitely think he's saving.
Oh yeah, he's saving.
They're only 4 laps short on a 1 mile track that's 4 miles. So.
And he has enough points that he can.
Yeah.
He can try to play the risky game. Big Jim. I don't know about him.
Also, you know, you think about here at Phoenix, tires wear out faster than fuel. So maybe they're not as concerned about the fuel, but more concerned about the tires not wanting to pit here. Because if you pit, it's a shorter track. You probably might fall a lap down. Maybe even more if you're further back in the field. So, and we've seen a race here won by tire strategy.
Yeah.
Man out of nowhere came and won it, JC. We got one, I think that's Super almost in the inside wall in the dog leg.
Yeah, he got real loose coming off the field.
There's Dale Jr. fan started on pole. He's back here around where Big Jim is. That's just outside the top 10, currently battling around 11th. Kenny is with him. So Kenny right now I believe would be 11th, LT's 10th, so that's basically the cutoff of getting stage points at the moment. But once again, with this first stage being how it is, you think about, you know, fuel and tire conservation. That might play a bigger role than just trying to go fast here. Now these people that are going fast, they're up when a yellow comes out. Brett got really close to the wall there.
Yeah.
That could have been big if he got it. And the 96 Arrow moving up, try to catch the front 3. Bean coming with him. Go further back to Big Jim, see how he's doing. He's battling around with Super and Dale Jr. fans still. That's right now 12th, 13th, and 14th. Kenny trying to run down the battle between LT and Max is really letting off now. So whatever amount he let off, he's letting off even more. So he obviously thinks he has to really back it down to make it on either tires or fuel. Maybe fuel's not the issue. Maybe the tires are the bigger issue here. Because normally if you're saving fuel, you don't have to go that slow. If you're saving tires, though...
Oh yeah, you gotta go really slow.
So I assume that maybe right now Max is saving tires. Which would make sense here. In the Kroger Cup Series race, I believe Stage 1 went caution free, and I was about 5-6 laps short on tires.
I blew a tire coming off to
Yeah,
the last lap.
you blew a tire, but I remember being a lap down, but I took 4 tires, so I just took the wave run at the end of the stage. And basically, I think I basically stopped on the racetrack to make sure I didn't wear the tires out any more than I needed to. So that could be some strategy we see coming in.
Right.
Oh, he's with Jocko right there. Perhaps Jocko also playing a strategy of maybe trying to save some stuff. Because we know him to be pretty fast, but he looks to be a little bit slower at the moment. Maybe he's trying to save. Katie's caught back up to Brett.
Maybe Brett's car, all he said, run that loose setup, fall off.
You can see right there, Katie got off the corner a lot better, so I have to assume that Brett maybe is just one to the right of what KD ran.
Katie's going down in the corner.
That's the great thing about
he can
Phoenix.
He hit the guy.
Yeah.
Well, as I say that, I'm gonna shut up.
Before you jinx him?
Yeah.
I just,
off the corner so much better.
You just get back in the gas in the center of the corner and doesn't try to spin out. So I would assume Brett maybe ran maybe a 6 even. That'd be crazy. I don't think.
He'd be playing a dangerous game.
Maybe he ran a 5 and KD ran a 4. And I think Brett's gonna let him go. I think he knows. Maybe not. No, he ran it kind of tight. And this is bringing Cyagenic into it to make it 3 cars. Bean's gotten around in 4th.
He's really backing up the corners to get that long
Yeah.
off.
Another great thing about this track, you can enter the corners differently. Some people like to attack it. Some people back it up at the exit. But an update on tire. There's 11 to go on the stage. 10 at the line. Big Jim's tires. His right rear is going to be the issue. It's at 28 right now. And right here with 10 to go. So if Big Jim is probably back there saving, when are these guys going to have to pit? Because I doubt they're saving. Maybe Sayo was saving a little bit. Maybe he somehow backed it off. But the question is, did he save enough as KD finally clears Brett to get back out in front? KD is in a position to where stage points might mean a little bit more to him than it means to Brett. If KD can get 10 stage points right here, Brett just needs to win the race. He needs to be around for stage 3. KD, if he can get, a win in this stage, that's 10 of the 25 points he needs. And with Kenny not running well, and with LT not running terribly well, it could be big if KD can try and do it. But the question is, with all these drivers, do they have the tires to make it last? I think I saw someone pitting. Yep. Our pole sitter is in pit road. Definitely scheduled.
Okay, Koala's on pit road. What? Super too? So, pit stop last time.
Let's see what these front 3 do.
I think Max knows he's good on tires.
Yeah, he went up and passed Big Jim and then went up and passed LT, and he's gaining on some more people passing Hobos and chasing you. I believe they might be trying to save some tires as well, so this is basically the tire saving stage.
I see a lot of spinning cars coming.
You might see a lot of cars spin out in the last lap. Max is really hoping that the front few can't make it. You have to think about Bean 2 and 4th, right? Like all these people, some Cyagenic goes for second, getting a little rough with Brett right there. But with a lot of these people, they have points implications on one. Like Bean, how hard do you push it? Do you go a lap down if you have to pit? He only came in 13 above. He was tied with LT. And if Kenny and LT are back there saving and they can make it, it's
big points.
At the line we have 5 to go. So we're getting to the point now where if people didn't save, they're going to have to pit. Big Jim is now at 15%, and he's not even at 5 to go.
Oh, that one.
LT's backing up to him. LT possibly trying to save even more than he already has.
Honestly,
Brett has backed it down.
You could just take 4 and then pit and stay out on the stage.
Yeah. Brett's starting to back it down. Maybe he is saving tires now, but I think it would be too late. Maybe he thinks he can do it. Bean has Bean never been saving tires? I don't know.
I don't think he has. He's been battled this whole first stage.
The front two trying to stay confident that they can make it. Coming up on Hobos' side. Janet goes for the lead. Katie lets him have it. Wise decision. That's going to be close for a lot of people on tires, especially back there. Latter half of the top 10.
They made their beds, so whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. And once you get to 2 to go, you know, your bed's really made. In fact, 2 to go right here for Sayo. So now pit road is closed once he crossed the line. So now you're in it. You can see KD really backed it off, so I have to assume that he's maybe a little bit questionable on tires. Sayo doesn't look like... Oh, KD! He had to pit.
Oh,
Bean had to pit.
That's big.
Question is for drivers like LT and Kenny. Can they try and stay out?
Hey, that's a penalty, right? In the in-game?
I don't know. That's a great question.
In-game it wouldn't.
With the white flag. Cytogenic down the backstretch. Some drivers trying to stay probably 1 lap down. Or just, you know, maybe Brendan might be one saving tires, but Sayo's gonna win. Sayo's gonna win stage 1. He got 1 in though. I think that was Dirty Boy in the wall yet. He must have blown it. Max trying to catch Kenny, who actually gets there in front of him. Looks like, yeah, there are a lot of people failing tires on the backstretch. CLT barely beat Big Jim. They both got points for Big Jim. Doesn't matter for LT. That's really big.
Is that the 78 who blew the tire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a right rear for him right there. Oh, yeah.
Brett made it in 2nd. Kenny 3rd. That's really good points for him. Came in 13 below.
I must say, good job nursing that around by the 78. I mean, just watched him. I mean, I've only blown a right rear, I think, like once or twice, and every time I stepped on the accelerator, the thing just shot sideways, so nice job keeping control of that just to get to the line, even if it didn't mean anything up or down for him.
Now the question is, if you fell a lap down, did you hopefully take 4 so you can take the way around?
I mean, part of the problem there is, you know, how we're going to have a 57 lap stage coming up here. I mean, I just came from the NGRL Phoenix race. I think it was 57 laps. So you look at it that way. You know, if you pitted with, let's just say, 10 to go, that's, you know, you're going to be tight there on the one-stop window. But I don't know if that'll be a problem for any of these guys.
Back green, Cytogenic, and Brett on the front row. Brett with his shifter, not a good restart. He's living up to that 24, that's for sure.
I mean, it's just amazing, you know, Cytogenic just checks out like that. A great job driving the apron there. They didn't do that behind him, and that's going to gain him so much time. But I mean, it's just, and whenever all these guys are on fresh tires, I mean, the setup, you have to figure it ain't going to be too different.
Max
Oh, was it a little wall there, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of moved him to the trail now. I don't think we've seen him play any games this stage.
And you really, you have to worry about Brett. You know, if we do get cautions in stage 3 and the restarts, you know, start snowballing against him because of that shifter issue and he's slow on those, I mean, that could really just turn his result upside down. Like, if I'm Brett, you know, I'm hoping that this race goes green as much as possible just for that reason. And especially, you hope you don't have a late race caution.
Katie trying to find his way back through the field, one of the fastest cars to the inside of LT.
Big Jim got aggressive there. Oh, he got contact and up into the wall. Way in the back.
That was Jocko and I believe Koala chasing you also back there.
This is not a fun spot to be at. You're just watching these guys with, you know, Brennan, Kenny's involved in this. 14, I believe that'd be Kenny.
That's Koala.
That's Koala, okay. The 11, the way he drives it into that corner, I mean, that's 2 times in turn 3. He's not taking any prisoners in there.
The wall.
Brett just had a fast run there on max boost, so he might have gotten the wall there hard. Big Jim cutting down to his inside. See if he gets the run off. Oh. Yeah, and normally, wow, the one. But it's like normally in order to make a pass here, 3 and 4, it's, fairly common to stay side by side with the guy. The front stretch you're able to even out with him. Once you hit turn 1, just going to watch the 10 to 20 here. Oh, the 10 just got run to the wall. He's going to propel himself off of that, actually. So that's not the best example, but what I found in the NGRL race is that you go side by side with the guy, and 1 and 2 outside space split at the B. Oh, yeah, that's getting...
Katie's not happy. Katie's not happy.
Look what that's done as well. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 cars just waiting behind this. They're probably thinking, let's go.
They might be going into the wall soon.
Yeah.
These are 2 drivers in the playoffs.
Clear. Yeah, Katie's getting trapped up here.
Oh!
22!
Oh, Bean said Katie. Oh, no.
He's not going to be happy about that one.
I get away. If I'm Hobos or LT, get away.
I try and put cars in between myself and that 20 real fast, and he's going to be lucky to be able to do that, actually. But Katie's going to turn it down 3 wide. He's not going to get the run off. That's the thing,
he's going to send Koala, though. He's going
to
use the 14 to turn a little bit.
Oh, the 6 gets a bump into the 22.
He's playing on the 6 car.
I think KD, he's gonna be, if he's smart here, he just takes a 3 wide here, doesn't mess around with the 22.
I'd use the 14 as the weapon.
Yeah. Oh, he kind of did that.
He tried.
All right, they're now side by side.
Oh, the 14, the 4 wide.
78.
Oh, yep, they're door slamming.
And
if you're Bean, this is not a battle you want to get into because he came in 13 above the cut line. You can't be doing this for your championship. Oh, yeah, no, this is not going good for Bean.
I mean, these guys have got to be killing their tires. The good thing is in this stage, unless they had 14 got run up. Unless they had a really weird situation with their strategy in stage 1, they're good to go here for the 1 stop. It's clear cut, so they might just pit sooner. But yeah, this is not the situation that these guys should probably be investing their time with.
Yeah, especially KD and Bean, they're in the chase. In the playoffs. It's the last thing that should be on their minds right now is hitting each other. They should be more worried about the points.
78 chasing you. He's mixing himself up between these 2. Oh, that's tight. Oh, look at B just throwing it in there.
Oh, KD spinning!
With the apron there, yeah. That never happened to me in the NGRL race, but I'll tell you right now, there were a couple times where it was close. It's almost a double apron down there. You got the apron that has the banking where the restart zone graphic is. Then below that, there's another flat. So it's really careful. You're walking a tightrope whenever you go below the first apron there, if that makes sense.
Max is still fading. I wonder what he's pulling here. Did he run a really tight setup, do you think? That'd be... Like, he's just not been good in the short runs, but I attributed last stage to just saving tires. But it's kind of like the same thing this stage, which is very odd to me. He just keeps letting people go.
And it's not like that's a winning, it's not like you're going to, absolutely need to save tires and fuel in stage 3. You're going to be, have to be smart about it just in terms of driving the car, but, you don't have to be a pro saver to manage stage 3 with just a 1 stopper. No problems. They're 3 wide. Wow.
Back to the middle. Arrow down bottom. Kenny backed out.
Oh, the 96. I hate that whenever cars get hit like that in 3 and 4. Just such a vulnerable spot. Knock you sideways there.
I think it's kind of ironic that the 2 drivers that need to win the most right now, they run 2nd and 3rd, Brett and Big Jim, come in really far below the cut line.
22 just ran someone on the wall, I believe.
Uh-oh, not again. What was it, the 6?
It was the 6. I mean, they're still in the wad back here. 6 vehicles. The 14 throws it in hard. Yeah, the 20's no longer in this after spinning off the apron there, KD.
Let's see here if Bean and Hobos get into it again. They're
LT raced Dirty Boy there a little bit hard, pushed him up. Love seeing that hard racing in a short track.
And LT needs every point he can. Oh, Dirty Boy sent it back on the 19.
Yeah, a little bit surprised LT is, not as far up as I thought he would be in this race, especially considering the situation. Just, not sure if this is just a weak track for him or what, but just really not making a lot of noise so far here, especially at this stage.
60. Oh, the 20. Oh, B. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Uh-oh. He really, Hobo's really attacked that corner. He's, a little bit angry.
42 is almost around.
LT and Dirty Boy still side by side.
14 running Justin up the racetrack a little bit. Justin gonna try and cross over again.
No!
Wow.
No! Everyone misses him.
Yeah,
one car.
I saw him turn down there quite a bit. It was either pit road or the wall, I think. So, that just wasn't a good spot there. And I don't know, you just have to be responsible there in turn 4. It's so tempting, just to do that, conservative and aggressive out. But you got pit road there, and it's also, you're that far into the run. Rear wheels are going to start spinning on you a little bit. It's not a wise driving maneuver there, especially at this point in the run. It's one thing to attempt that. 3 laps in, your tires can do anything they want.
Looks like Kenny's trying to gain some positions back. He's moving inside of Arrow. He clears the 96. 13's next up on his list. Kenny needs whatever he can get in terms of points, because now, the 3 guys in front of him in points are behind him on the track right now. Dirty Boy, LT, and Bean. So if Kenny got good stage points in stage 1, so if he can do the same here, he could be back up in the thick of it. We could have about a 4-car race for that final position. Depending on if Fred or Big Jim maybe win here today, it could be an even tighter race.
Yeah, obviously Sayo, he's a bulwark against that situation from developing and metastasizing, but just gonna watch this one car here, just running by himself here. I wonder, now that the run's kind of kicked in a little bit, is he gonna start closing in against Big Jim? He's got an interesting arc into that corner, went high, almost a diamond effect there. But they didn't enter high.
13. Kenny up to, I believe that's 5th. That battle's bringing Dirty Boy and LT into it. Anything about Dirty Boy didn't get stage points last stage. LT got a few, so that's good for him. He's basically up there with Dirty Boy now in points. Bean didn't get stage points as well, and Kenny got a lot. So Kenny right now running in 5th and pulling away from the battle back behind. So it's looking to be a good points day so far if he can hold it up here.
And that would be a 6-pointer. Okay.
Oh no! Oh, I did that.
You did it again.
Oh no.
That was such a weird spot for something like that to happen. Was it a controller issue, you think? I'm not sure what that would have been.
14 is pitting.
It's not like he got just spontaneously loose there. He didn't even wreck off of that. He just touched the wall.
Oh, the 96 just wrecked off of turn number 4.
And, hit! Oh my gosh, Kenny was close there. He's gonna stay high, panicking almost, it looked like.
That was 2 drivers from the 5th spot that did that in back-to-back laps. Around the same spot.
I guess we got what we got to this lap.
Well, it's Dirty Boy, so...
I don't know.
Yeah, he can't not afford that.
As Hobo's waiting for someone.
I know he pitted, so I don't know.
Well, he's letting people go, though.
Oh, well.
He's let LT go, he's letting H... Oh.
Well, at 22 car is the next car behind.
We've seen payback happen at Phoenix before. In this same manner. I tell you what, though, if I'm Bean, I am not looking forward to catching up to that orange number 6.
Oh, yeah, he really is.
Alright, well, yeah, I feel like storm's brewing here. I'm just not sure how the 6 can set this up properly. I think it's easy to avoid the payback here if you get ahead of him. I mean, unless he does from behind.
That's where the fresh tires come into play.
Yeah. If he does this from behind, I think it's a cowardly payback move. You know, you do it from the front side, but if you know, I mean, I've been the recipient of payback at other tracks, you know, where you have a lot of space to throw it in the corner, like at Darlington. You know, I'm not carrying any grudges or anything, but we shall see where it's going to go. I mean, I feel like what would have happened by now. He's not like slowing down or anything. I mean, the 22 is creeping up.
Best form of payback is maybe just mind games. Playing with the 22's mind.
People aren't that smart, I don't think. Like, I don't see these people playing like mental calculus against each other, but I mean, we'll see. The 13 of H-Wicks, he's going to be kind of in the middle of this, so that's going to be sticky, I think, for him. Yeah, you don't want to be the Joey Logano or Eric Almirola in this situation.
Well, he's on him.
He's blocking him.
Yeah, here we go. These guys are going to dance it now. If I'm the 22, I'm just going to I would bump him up the racetrack in that spot. I would have done that there. Just get it taken care of. But be able to get to his inside. So just tricky here. You don't know what he's going to do.
All the while, we have people merging onto pit road, merging off pit road. The 96 on fresh tires behind them.
But the 6 has clearly instituted a culture of fear within this 22 camp. I mean, he's clearly a little bit paranoid about what's going on. Up into the wall. The 96 is going to be in the middle of all this as well. An arrow, that is. A couple cars are coming in. But still waiting to see how this goes. I mean, again, I'm surprised the incident hasn't happened yet between these two. If it's going to happen here we go. Gonna drive him down. All right, nothing crazy there.
Oh!
Cut the nose off.
Big Jim pitting from second.
I think LT, is that LT in?
I think so.
Yeah, high-low there. I mean, you can wonder what that's going to create. So,
this is...
Brett's
getting into it.
Spot, yeah. Brett, he's got the fresh tires. He just wants out of this here.
He needs to get as much time as he can.
Eventually, these two are going to have to pit, correct? I mean...
Hobos did it already. Bean has to pit at some point.
Separate himself from the 22.
Bean might be pitting. Hello, he went there. See if he makes the turn in. Yeah, he's pitting.
Yeah.
Got the one in the 48.
That was ball.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think those guys clearly aren't in the same party.
See where Sile
that was
comes
a funny little moment there between them.
Sile's out now.
Yep. Max out with him.
Now, the one thing about Phoenix as well, I think it's worth mentioning,
Big Jim,
is that pit road is kind of an odd place to enter. It's an odd entry here because it's flat, and it starts right at the exit of the corner. So, you know, there's always a chance that someone tries to maximize their time by trying to enter pit road from high and then cutting across the track, and you know, that can cause some problems, if you will. Oh, Brett got the wall there, actually, off turn 2.
Yeah, Hobo's back behind him. I think Hobo's is back on the lead lap now.
Bean is out and away. The 20 is beside him.
Isn't that funny how it always works out that way?
Yeah. Oh, the 20 run into the wall. I don't even think the 22 really did that. I mean, there was contact there, but it wasn't like he did it maliciously.
Now Bean should be able to pull away on those fresh tires Katie pit a while ago.
So Dirty Boy running right with the 14 there. We decided that was killer, right?
Well,
okay. Yes, I'd presume this is for position. And maybe this is, I don't know. Wow, a roughhousing move there to get beside him. And cleared.
Hobos is like swerving on the backstretch.
Kenny H. Wicks chasing you. All caught up together here. 3 cars under a blanket. Brennan behind that.
It's right now battle for 7th, 8th,
Yeah.
9th.
So, these guys, this is a chance for a small pickup in stage points, correct?
Yeah, especially for Kenny.
Yeah, he needs. And he was 5th. He was 5th when that happened. So if he's going to finish out 7th, I mean, that's 2 points. That could be a disaster for him in terms of what he's going to lose. But at least it's salvaging a little bit. I look at it, even though the competition's still getting stage points, +6 versus +4, it could have been a lot worse.
The big thing for him is keeping Bean behind him. If he can keep Bean behind him, then he'll gain points on him like he did in stage 1. But Dirty Boy and LT are both in front of him, and LT's going to get another spot off Koala right here. 14 must have a little bit worse tires.
He's on the first
and that's really where it was. Oh, Kenny got the wall there, perhaps. 13 down to his inside, but I mean, for the 22, you think about all that time he spent just, dilly-dallying with the 6 car, even though it really wasn't much of his doing. I would have been more aggressive with the 6. I would have tried to take care of him early on, just get him out of the way. But that amount of time, I mean, you figure, how much did he waste there? He'd be beside Kenny right now.
LT's got the 5th by Koala. There was some contact for the spot, but they all saved it, kept it going. But yeah, Bean is trying to close on this pack and get by Kenny, make sure he can't gain any more points on him.
You know how you can tell when guys are pushing at this racetrack? When they just get a couple inches away from that wall-off turn 2, just trying to maximize every bit of the racetrack they can. I mean, it's incredible what those guys are willing to do.
It's a great sight.
Yeah, you saw it chasing you. I mean, he got close to that wall there. The last time, Kenny hit it. And it's so just gets you out of your rhythm whenever you get side by side here. It completely changes your arc. It changes the handling of the race car with based on the amount of banking you're in, with how much rubber was laid down. It's just impossible. I mean, to fully judge it here, we'll see if it happens again. But I think Kenny's gonna have a better situation this time. But that runoff's gonna go to 13, perhaps.
Oh
wow!
Put him in the wall.
Well, Kenny's not driving mad off of that there, so I don't think there's, he's too shaken by that.
Battle for 4th. LT's catching Dirty Boy again. These two have been around each other most of the race, and they're going to be around each other in points if it ends the way it is right now. LT trying to get a point over Dirty Boy.
Yeah, I mean, the lead for Sayo, is it correct that Jim is in 2nd and Max is in 3rd?
Yes.
Yeah, so Max has caught up a little bit to Big Jim since we last focused on this battle here, so we'll see if he can get that extra spot there. I think he definitely appears to be a little bit faster than the 11, so whatever was going on at the start of stage, small potatoes here at this point, clearly whatever it was, the one has gotten himself recollected. But the 48, Cyogenic, because he's kind of in a mess right now with those 2 lappers, having to play around a little bit with getting around them.
And a name we haven't mentioned in a while, Brett must have sped, because he's no longer up inside the top 3 where he was. So he must have sped. So he's going to have poor track position to start this next stage. So we'll see if he can try and recover from that.
Man, that just... that might create a domino situation for him, given that, we know the shifter situation, that could slow him down, cause him to surrender even more spots. I mean, you're looking at, he can be buried outside the top 10 here, and that's tough to recover from.
This battle's still going on for 4th. Dirty Boy's not giving it up. He knows how important a point could be with how close it's been. LT knows how important that point can be as well. He wants it.
And it's really starting to brew here for 2nd place as Sayo's, I'd say under 2 seconds ahead of the 11. He may have lost some time here with messing around with these 2 lappers, Dale Jr. Fan and then Hobos. But Max Booz, he's going to have something for 11. You got to wonder if he'll be able to take the fight on the Sayo. I mean, obviously, Max and Sayo are the 2 most profound drivers in this league in terms of just pure skill no matter where you're going. see what they're able to produce here. Will we get a battle between them?
I think time might be running out though. 5 to go on the stage. At the line.
Yeah, you said time running out there with the battle for lead, but certainly not the case for second. In fact, that battle starting right about now, baby. The 1 is setting this up, but the 48 is still 3 wide with those lappers. I'm telling you, he is. Yeah. They're catching up to that 48 because he's had to waste so much time with it.
He was back ahead of them too. I wonder if he just let them go.
I don't know. I mean, you let them go, and you let those two catch up to you. So I'm not sure what's going on. This is rather perplexing.
Well, we saw it at Charlotte, where he let people go to win stages because they were in the playoffs and he wasn't. He let Big Jim win a stage one time for it, and not saying he'll do it again, but it's just interesting. He's not in the playoffs, so he doesn't really care about stage points. It's quite possible he just let them go to let them get their last back. He doesn't care if they pass him or not.
Big Jim really sent it into the
Big Jim sees points and he's full attack. And these three really left the field. They have almost a whole straightaway over the battle for fourth.
Yeah, I mean that about. I mean, it's the epitome here of what this competition is with the 48, the 11, and the 1. Just how dominant those 3 drivers are every single week.
White flag this time.
Those two lap cars wrecked.
I mean, those 2 guys in front are just really making things interesting here. I mean,
he's out there.
Gonna be fun.
There's the white. Which one of these 3 comes back around and wins it? No one knows.
Jim is going to send it into the 48. That's going to get him 3 wide. The 1 is trying to close in.
Gonna be
got Charlotte flashbacks.
3 with the
Max in third, going to the outside.
Sayo's still ahead. Watch no back.
Here comes Big Jim.
Lap car.
Oh my gosh.
What a finish.
That was.
Jim's wrecking across the line.
There were like 5 wide with lap cars. Somehow in all that, Big Jim only got third. And Max won the stage. That was...
Wow, of all people. I was not ready to see him win the stage.
That was, Cyogenic, I guess, was being nice, letting those guys have their lap and, cost them a stage win.
I mean, I thought Dale Jr. fan had already lost the lap, but, I mean, and yes, I'm still... That was still a polite gesture, I guess you can call that there, but at the same time, he got walloped there under the guys behind him.
And out of all that, Kenny got up to 6th at the end, past Koala. Bean got up to 7th, so points for both those guys in this stage. Not points for KD, though. He's still going to continue to lose, and Brett back in 13th after speeding.
And that is such a costly mistake, especially in a league where, top 10 get stage points. Because, everybody else is getting a piece of the pie when you don't get any of it.
Here we go. Stage 3 is underway. Max leading.
Oh,
he must have missed a shift.
Wow, that's scrambled
and that
everybody.
Really,
look at they're
5 wide. That really hurt Big Jim of all people.
Oh, LT is going to get a run here through the center. He's in a good spot.
Oh, that has created a huge backup.
Yeah, the running order is now just all over the place.
The 13 almost got the inside wall. Big Jim trying to get some of that back.
Kenny washing up. Max Boost turning underneath the 10 and 30 boy once again getting back up there.
Kenny entering wide, might try and arc it down into the middle lane.
Jason Hughes might hit him though. And that's always, the worst whenever you're side by side like that and the arc just gets cut off. But I don't really think it hurt.
Oh,
look
at the 14.
Big.
Yeah. You just pick up on the same things whenever they happen there.
Maybe trying to get
Wallace
back up
still
in
racing
there.
this.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
He's got to cool it down there on those entries. This is obviously the most precious time here, but we'll see what Bean does here. He's going to run down a little bit. Really did not appreciate that.
Yeah,
he almost pinched him into the wall.
8 wheels turn better than 4.
LT and Kenny want a piece of this action.
I think Bean gave him the 8 wheels there. He turned him way down to the inside.
Oh, Bean's behind LT now. It looks like he kind of set up for his bumper a little bit.
It's all happening behind the 48, the 110. I think Quall's gotten himself in a good spot here just to escape
Four
from the
wide.
melee.
Ooh, Big Jim cleared that.
I mean, these guys, the one thing as well you find out is how much tire you shred by using that dog leg. I mean, it adds up. But at the same time, if everybody else is doing it, you don't want to miss out on the fun.
LT's catching Koala there for 4th.
And Koala is staying with Dirty Boy, but we'll see if that turns into anything. Looks like Dirty Boy had a good exit there.
19 of the 10 seemed like they were equal last stage, so unless one made adjustments, they should still be equal. So to
Speaking of equal, looks like the 48 and the 1 are pretty even right now. So Max Boost, whatever's going on in stage 2 at the beginning, he's figured it out, and he's ready to compete here against his 48 car.
He just needed to miss a shift. That was what he missed last stage. He didn't miss a shift. LT went for the bumper of the 14.
And this battle is going to be so interesting between two titans, two Goliaths. And what we got 60 laps to go, I'm sure at this point. What sort of mistake is either of them going to make? Are they going to finish like this, right on top of each other? How does this battle evolve throughout this stage? And,
Koala and
obviously,
Dirty Boy!
Wow.
Oh, they're still hitting. Oh,
he
might send him on pit road there. That's brought Bean to the inside.
I don't think he appreciates that too much. Look at this 3 wide.
Oh no, he had
on
LT.
the outside of it. So Brett has got himself up to 10th here. If he can get clear of this battle, he's...
Oh no!
He
The
tried
78
to
got
clear
squeezed in the
himself.
wall.
And Brett's into the wall.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's just in a rough battle right now with the... Oh, the 42 just turned...
Oh no.
That was hard.
Oh, the
and then
6 is in the wall. Oh.
Brett just got really... And he really... Caution is
caution.
out.
I believe that's the first time we've seen an in-game caution in this league. It didn't happen last week.
Besides super speedways.
Besides super speedways, but we don't count those. So that's going to set up an interesting thing. That caution came with 51 to go. You get 40 laps of fuel. Not saying anyone's going to try it, but
45 laps was too much in NGRL, so I don't think there's any chance. I mean, maybe the clutch can do wonders for somebody, but I would be surprised. The tire wear here is also very just ridiculous, especially because you're either on one extrema or the other in terms of how tight or loose your car gets.
Now let's see if Max can go on this restart.
And I may or may not have used extrema correctly. I don't know.
So here we go. Green flag back out. The one really
the
got going that time.
This time.
Yeah. Oh, the 3 is Brendan's lagging.
Here we go in the 1. Dirty
Get the
Boy.
outside
Let's see if
to
he mixes it
work.
up with these guys. Might just try and stay with them here off turn 2.
Max and Siler.
Oh,
Max
perfect.
pulling
No
him
one
off
had
the
any issues there.
corner. Oh,
He drove it in there.
Max might have him here.
Siler gets that run off.
Not so much there.
The 1 clears.
Dirty Boy, though, he's
Oh,
staying right
LP
with him. Just,
in the
oh my gosh.
14.
And it got the 11.
Can't wreck off of that there. If you're Big Jim on the outside, don't want to have an incident.
Every restart, Big Jim has been.
Yeah, he is just...
But, I mean, he makes up most of it, but I think here is where it's going to be trouble because the 1 to 48 are just... They're going to be plugging laps in like it's nothing here out in front. And he's beside Kenny, I think that is, right now.
KD. Oh, KD. Oh. That was a big send out of the 20.
This is an exhilarating battle here still at the front. Sayo just setting this up. Contact!
Oh.
He moves him out
Well,
of the way!
that's not the first time we've seen them make contact. And
new leader, and it's the 48.
Oh, Max,
he's
no!
wrecking
Oh,
hard into the
no.
wall. Oh,
What
I
happened?
don't think that was Sayo's intention there.
Wow.
I don't even know what happened. The 48 wasn't even beside him when that happened.
Was there contact with the 10?
No, the 10 was way behind him. It was kind of the same thing that happened to Kenny. Except Max's went right and not straight. I have to wonder if it was some wheel glitch.
Oh, the
or
22 threw a block and a half there against the 14. That was remarkable.
Oh, the
And LT is not happy about it.
I was LT. I just let these two do their thing.
Now he's going to try and split to the inside here in front of Kenny. Bean trying to block it.
Yeah,
Oh,
the 14
Bean
moved
sent the
out of the
14.
way. Kenny's trying to move LT.
Oh, Koala. Oh,
I expect to see it. He could be going.
oh,
straight to
he's trying to get to the middle there to
It's
try
just-
and...
It's so on edge there. I mean, these guys are still just completely on top of each other. It's incredible.
Oh, the
Dirty
14
Boy's got
cleared.
away for a second.
22 's blocking him to the inside wall.
I mean, after a while, you figure you kind of have to give it
Oh,
up.
Big Jim sinks Kenny in the LT.
Big Jim sent KD
They're
into
four?
Kenny into LT. They're 4
That's
wide. Brett to the
Oh, my
inside.
goodness.
Brett
Got down to
backed out,
3 there, it looks like.
Kenny almost got squeezed into the wall by KD. Meanwhile, Koala's trying to make a clean pass on Bean and does.
Big Jim's making a rally here. Bean's gonna cross over Koala. Here, interesting, the Koala didn't chase him 8 lanes down.
Oh!
But he get run over
KD
by
sent
LT.
LT.
I think KD got sent by Kenny as well. Big Jim once
Yes.
again, the one getting routed out of the way.
Big Jim just needs these guys to, you know, if these guys get dispersed like sooner than they do, that'd be so helpful for 11.
Dale
because
Jr.
it just
fan
feels
from
like
Cole
traffic's
coming
just
back.
awful for him.
He's gonna
God.
get squeezed.
Oh, the
Over the
gate.
wall.
14 22 are still side by side. There
Wall
comes
washing
KD.
up. Oh, the 3 wide at contact's gonna keep beside.
There's my
Oh,
beer
he
recipe
ping-ponged
for-
it almost.
That could be a
This is
3-car
probably
wreck.
That's where the dog leg saved him right there, I think.
Look at KD.
Oh, the 14
Oh,
cent.
bump.
Oh,
my
no.
God. Yeah, at that point, if you're 22, you just commit to driving into the wall and just get the run off. You know, you're not going to avoid that. You can't fault him
20
there
doors
necessarily.
down.
It even wasn't his fault.
Oh,
the
Koala went for him.
Oh my god.
LT and Big Jim are like,
LT,
what are
yeah,
you
wow.
doing?
The 11 to his outside there. How do you get past from the outside?
Oh, the
He
22
hit the,
went for the
he hit the
bumper.
22's bumper, and all the momentum was lost for LT right there.
I guess so.
Here comes Big Jim trying to get every spot he can back.
All right, well,
Well,
the
he
22 to
went for the
14,
bumper.
yeah. And Koala's still in that. But Big Jim, we'll see here what he negotiates in this battle.
Inside of the 22. Maybe use him up. Yep.
Alright, use it. Yep.
And that brings Brett right with him. He probably only used him up because he knew Brett was going to clear with him. Kenny into LT. Not been a good restart for LT at all.
See here.
Oh, Bean.
I thought to send it in.
Yeah. I was like, Brett wasn't the one that hit you. Big Jim's trying to run down Koala.
Oh,
Dirty
that
Boy.
8 and the 42 in the wall.
They're trying to go 4 wide around him.
Oh my God, look at this Cloud. He's going to the back with the 13, the 3, the 8, the 42, the 96. They're 4 wide.
They're 4. Brennan backed out. They're back down to 3.
Arrow's wondering how he got back here with these guys. They're up inside like around LT and Dirty Boy and all them earlier. Now he's
Oh, Brennan just got run up into the wall. I think he. Oh, the 8 just.
oh!
Oh,
Now Jocko's
oh
spinning.
no, whoa. Oh,
Oh!
back up.
Oh, Max!
Oh, he hit him. His teammate there.
Caution.
The caution came out. Wow.
Well.
There's no
I'll tell you what,
way that-
if you're the 40, the 10, and all them at the front, you are not happy with what just happened on that.
No, I mean, the 1 helped hit him, and that.
And trust me,
Yeah,
I know what it's
caution.
like to turn right back up the track after you're wrecked. That looked exactly like what I did. So,
What track was that again?
Indianapolis.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was basically like a carbon copy of what I did. So that was interesting.
Well, I mean, I look at it this way for the one. I mean, you know, do you hit him there to get the caution?
I'm shocked the 42 wasn't ghosted by then.
Oh, here we go.
Well, we know this team doesn't do that.
It's gonna be fun to see Max come from 15th now.
Yeah.
See what he can do on this restart. And now fuel is out of the question. That was their final needed pit stop. 30 laps to go.
Sayo gets the bump there, but I think that's only going to help him. And someone's finding the wall
There
there.
you are.
Oh,
Turn
it's Brett. It's Brett.
Brett's in. Oh, and he's still getting squeezed. Oh.
Max going around the inside trying to get everything he can.
That's
Chasing his
right.
loose
Oh,
and the
no.
one!
Losing
Oh no!
Max.
Max again!
All right, well, that
Dirty
was not
boy.
as bad as it was the last time. He's in the back still, but, you know, we know he's capable of.
Dirty Boy's there on Sayo. A bump to the 48.
Yeah, Dirty Boy, he wants to get this track position now, because you know, if you don't get it now, you're never getting it.
Oh,
the
it's the other
Koala,
wall.
too, KD.
Oh, Koala. Oh, Katie's gonna wreck.
It's very, I mean, it's
Here comes
hilarious
Big
how
Jim.
all those guys, I mean, you saw the 48 and the 10, how high they went. Everybody else
Oh,
was
look
just
at Big
stuck
Jim.
on the bottom.
Oh, he didn't
Oh,
care. He just used the 14
wow.
as his brake. Big Jim back up to 4th. You know how much he needs a win for the playoff picture.
Bump
sure-
from the 14 to the 22.
Big Jim would probably let him restart where he's 3rd.
Oh.
See what he could do.
Oh, you talk about him getting snookered on restarts. It looks like this one didn't really turn into a mess for him, quite frankly, so he's just going to be running behind the 20.
Dirty Boy now starting to fade a little bit to the 48.
Oof.
Dean right now in 5th, looking to try and maintain his gap up on Kenny in points. Kenny a little bit further back in the field currently.
How about Dale Jr. fan who's running towards the front here?
Yeah, start on pole in this race. Okay, trying to get by the 8.
3 wide back here with 6 car to 78 chasing you. Oh, contact. Brett's shoving it 3 wide as well. He's going to try and get 2 for 1.
So I'm
But,
afraid I'm shoving basically everyone out of the way at this point.
Yeah. Oh, the 96 though. Arrow going to run behind Brett. That's going to be tough though in 1 and 2, I think, for Brett. That's where it gets tough, difficult right there whenever the 96 hits him. Oh, that's watching it from the aerial shot there just really adds an extra layer of intensity. You just see visually see how much those cars are moving around. They get beside each other. Oh, Brett! Oh,
Big
he made some contact there. Turned left pretty
Big
hard.
Jim for 3rd on KD.
Oh, Katie,
4 wide.
what a move.
Kenny splitting gaps.
Oh,
he's gonna get hit.
not
That's
gonna
what I said was
run.
waiting to happen.
Oh my goodness. 3 wide, multiple rows deep. Brett's looking to go even 4.
Yeah, Brett sees positions here. He sees points. I mean, there's 6 spots he can gain. Also, about 5 spots he can lose.
Oh, the
he's going to get 2 of them right there.
Big Jim still side by side with KD. Can't complete the pass for 3rd. Oh, the 6!
Oh, no.
Oh, and he's throwing it in hard up the racetrack.
Oh.
That's going to allow the 14 to get by.
Oh, that one.
I think all these guys back here want another yellow to come out.
Oh, if they keep driving like they might get them.
Yeah, Big Jim in 3rd. I'm interested to see if he can try and gain the 2 seconds on Sayo that he needs.
Well,
The one, I think the 1 followed the 6 into the wall there.
LT looking on Kenny. Dean has joined the fun for 3rd.
Well, right now, we're just going to take a look. So Sayo just, yeah, I mean, there's
zip code.
the words, yeah, the adjectives to describe this. I mean, it's it's out of this world to put it lightly. But the 10 running behind him. You look at that. That's about 1.5 seconds, I'd say. Maybe closer to 2. But Max, you figure though, I'm talking someone like Brett. For all those spots you gain, you figure you're going to lose one to Max as he moves his way throughout this field. You know when someone that fast, that competitive is just there. He's marked back in traffic, of course, but just impossible to actually
Big Jim knocked the wall down off 2. And really, for Brett, points don't mean much since he's 40 odd points below. He's just here to try and win to get his way in. And he entered the day 47 below. Big Jim 36 below. So for those two, you think about probably needing wins come Michigan, especially for Brett now. If he's running back there and he can't get up to try and battle for the win if a yellow doesn't come out. That battle for 6th though, it's still going on. LT finally cleared Kenny. Dale Jr. fans staying with those guys. Oh, Hobos is going after the 8th bumper.
Uh-oh.
He got better drive off though. Got to the back of Kenny. Oh!
Yeah. Say at least 3 more spots can be gained here for Max Boost. Possibly even 4th LT.
Oh, Kenny turned into the 8!
That's such one of the toughest things about short tracks here. Is you want to try and get that mark.
Max got into him!
Careful, Max Boost on the inside.
6 and the 8 aren't done with each other.
Well,
gonna be 3 wide.
Kenny was trying to force it 4.
He's got 1.
Inside the 8. The 8 got slowed a little bit
he's
by
got
the 6
2
there.
here.
Oh.
Maybe or 3
Kenny's
wide, actually.
fighting back.
Kenny just shot that gap. Are you kidding me? How did he do that?
Big Jim for 2nd, cleared Dirty Boy.
I can't overstate how remarkable it was by Kenny just go 3 wide and clear off turn 2.
Big Jim
from
to
the
2-2.
middle.
I'm sure he's praying a yellow comes out right now.
Those 4 right on top of each other here. We'll see what happens as they head out turn number 2. That's still a good battle back here, folks.
Kenny chasing the 6 up the track a little bit. Oh,
chasing down the racetrack.
Kenny's got moved a lot the last few laps, so
I expect him to start moving.
yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he just started to go in there and start moving people. Now he's getting a little loose tonight. Let Max go, and I don't know, maybe he thinks if Max can go up there past the 6, he can just follow suit. The time is running up for these drivers to gain positions and points and whatnot. 12 to go, 11 at the line. Siles left the field. Big Jim holding steady in 2nd currently. Dirty Boy in 3rd. Katie in 4th. Fiend in 5th. Then LT right now, a solid 6th place so far for him. Looks like Katie's trying to run down Dirty Boy to get another spot. Oh. Hi, Brett. Well, they're trying to go 3 wide with the 8, the 78, the 14. Ball is going to cut under.
That was still a good battle back there, but
that was 10 to go right there for Cyogenic.
Okay, well, KD is caught up to the 10 as well, so this is a battle here for 3rd. To the inside.
I think for Dirty Boy, every point matters for him. For KD, he basically just needs to win at this point. Dirty Boy, that position could mean a little bit.
Well, there is quite a difference between third and fourth on a restart here. So, I mean, obviously it's a sinking ship here, I think, for Katie. But
he's gonna try crossing over.
Dirty Boy got the wall. He might lose another spot now.
I think Dirty Boy just thought he was going to be beside the 20, so he's just going to turn it, but he wasn't beside him, just from the wall as a result of that.
Now here comes Bean. And for Bean and Dirty Boy, they're near each other in points, so you don't want to be the one on the cut line. Yeah, Dirty Boy looks like his car's going away. Looks like it's getting loose on exit. Yeah, looks like Bean can commit to the power, Dirty Boy can't. And at the line, we will have 6 to go. Right now, the closest battle and the battle of most importance is the 10 and the 22 for fourth. Bean looking. The question is, will there be contact? 6 to go. Bean's there.
I really hope, for Dirty Boy's sake, he has not shot his tires at all. That'd be a disaster for him, but I'm afraid that may be the case, and especially given that he was in a preferred groove there, I think, in 1 and 2, and could not hold with him.
So Bean to fourth, Dirty Boy back to fifth, and Dirty Boy's now looking back to LT, hoping that the 19 doesn't start catching him.
Yeah, I don't think that will. I mean, I still think he's be looking forward here with this 22, but yeah, I mean, if LT gets up to him, and well, I mean, yeah, you said it, and that could indeed be what's happening. I didn't think he was as close as he was, but
4 to go at the line, so this could come down to the last lap, but the 10 keeps fading like he is.
It's all gone wrong for him at the wrong time. You just gotta wonder, what this race could have been with the 48 and the 1 had it not been a fiasco there for Max Boost on that one restart while racing with the 48 after that bump and run, and then after that, I mean, a secondary situation went wrong for him. I mean, just a fantastic car he has, fantastic skill, and today it didn't go well for him.
24 could have had a shot at it too, but
if Big Jim is a little bit close on tires, these other guys gotta be pretty close. 3 to go, he's at 20%.
Yeah.
He'll definitely make it.
I don't know what the lap was when these guys went back green, but
about 30 to go.
Yeah. I mean, anything above 33, 35, that's where you're getting, really, really close. So 30 to go, I mean, once you hit 20%, the tire wear definitely feels different. There's definitely different feel to the car versus what it was before you hit that threshold. So, yeah, that could make a difference, absolutely.
And here's the white flag for Cyogenic, so it's coming back no matter what. 1 to go for the 48.
Race is in the bank here.
Big Jim so close yet so far to locking his way into the championship 4, it looks like.
Yeah. And he had a fast car as well today. He kept up with him in certain parts, just wasn't enough here in
Battle
the
for
stage.
fifth.
But here we go. And I want to watch this.
On the wall.
Cyogenic running the wall in turns 3 and 4.
Oh, Dirty Boy sent LT.
Oh, checkered flag for
Can he get the
Cyogenic.
line? He got him.
Yeah. Oh, and LT slammed the
LT
outside
pays
wall.
the price for it, but yeah. Well, I mean, what can you do to advance? You want every point you can get. And Dirty Boy, I mean, he caught some corners there to make that one happen. So you really think you can blame him for being as aggressive as he was there. But 5th place for him.
Look at the playoff drivers. They all finished well. Big Jim 2nd, Katie 3rd, Bean 4th, Dirty Boy 5th, LT 6th, Kenny 8th, Max 9th. So the point shuffle is going to come down to where people got stages. Like Bean didn't get stage points in stage 1. Kenny got really good stage points, but he's still going to be below probably. LT got some good stage points, got a decent finish. Dirty Boy as well. So we'll have to see how it all shakes out after Phoenix. It was a very chaotic race, and I think it's going to show with the points. It might shuffle around just a little bit and probably get a little bit closer. But Cyanic once again spoiling the playoff drivers' hopes. All right, should we start with the race winner interview? I assume that's a yes. Okay. Cyanic. He ended up
What's up?
winning this one. Another win in the Echo Racing League, spoiling the playoff drivers party. I hope you know that. And uh,
Yes.
definitely a really good race for you. Really fast car. Take us through the race, tire save and whatnot, because it looked like you had to do a lot to get this victory.
Yeah, stage one was pretty weird because I didn't really know how fast I can go, but I ended up saving my tires pretty good. I was just pacing myself off of Katie and Ace, and Katie couldn't make it, so that was unfortunate. But me and Ace were able to make it and get a 1-2 in the first stage. The second stage pretty straightforward, just run as hard as I could and make a pit stop. I tried to allow the 8 and the 6 to keep their laps, but I did a little bit too good and let Max and Big Jim pass me. And the third stage was it was a good stage. I don't know what happened to Max. He lagged or whatever, and he crashed. And after that, he never able to get back up to the front, and I had a pretty easy win.
There you have it. Anyone else have questions? I know Eli doesn't, so.
I did mine last week.
I assume that's no more questions. Well, congratulations on the win. Keep going and spoiling those playoff drivers' hopes and chances of advancing with the wins. Making it entertaining out there, that's for sure.
Yep, will do.
I believe we have Big Jim in here. Big Jim, second place. I think you definitely had one of the better cars, but it looked like every single restart just didn't go your way. The one time I thought you were in a perfect position in third, the guy in front of you missed a shift. Take us through that whole I don't even know what fiasco, I guess.
Yeah, man, that I've gone through a lot of hard-fought finishes through my league racing career, but that ranks up there as one of the highest because it's so hard to pass there, man. Every time I would get caught on the outside on a restart, get out of the groove just a little too much, or I would, have that bad luck behind Max where he put on the super brakes. But yeah, it was a hard fought finish to get back to second. It's not easy to pass Phoenix.
Yeah, but you made a lot of passes. It was entertaining watching you come through the field for sure. I think I saw a little bit towards the end of stage 3, a little bit of impatience. Looked like you were starting to use some people up because I think you were getting used up a lot in the restarts.
Yeah, it felt like short track there where, if you got to get around somebody, you got to do it quick so you can get to the next guy and so on and so on. So I'm sure I have a few coming. Yeah, I don't like racing that way, but sometimes I just find it necessary. I felt like I had a third, fourth place car, and I was mired back there in 8th. I wanted to get up there as soon as I could.
All right, well, Eli doesn't have a question for you. Luke, do you have a question?
No, I do not. I think you covered everything there. Yeah, good job on the second place there. Just disappointed. I'm sure obviously about just missing out there on getting that advancing win.
Yeah, it was. I'm just grateful to have second after that one. That was crazy stuff.
Yeah, congratulations on the top 2, and good luck in Michigan to try and advance through to the championship 4. It's gonna be chaotic there, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. Y'all take it easy.
Thank you. I don't think we have third place in here, but we do have LT, so I guess we'll interview LT. I guess he's the next best that we can get. Pretty low standard, I guess, but
Wow.
LT,
Wow.
you got 6th. Looked like you and Dirty Boy raced each other like all race, and it came down to you two in the final few corners for 5th. Take us through your race and what it was like. I heard you were pretty excited that you saved tires in stage 1.
I was. Barely made it. I knew I had to save tires from the start. That's usually how Phoenix 50% races go. So I got stage points there, and then Stage 2 went fairly well. I think I got 5th in that stage, but then stage 3, I don't know what happened to everybody, but it was just Sen City apparently. I got sent probably by 4 different people. Kenny, KD, Koala. I don't understand what the problem was, but I got sent multiple times when I sent no one. And Dirty Boy, obviously, the last lap there, I think I put him in a wall, and then he set me in 3, which is, it's fair. But got 6th, almost top 5. So, yeah, very, very aggressive race in stage 3. Surprised we didn't have a big wreck or anything because we were racing like idiots, honestly.
Yeah, well, you weren't the only one getting sent. I can promise you that. It was chaotic out there, and I'm glad I was up here, not out there, because I probably would have been getting pretty mad. But congrats on the 6th, and a good points day heading into Michigan. You'll probably still be above the cut line, I have to assume, and might be even further above the cut line, so probably be pretty good for you.
Yep, thank you.
All right, I think that's all the interviews we have. I think Brett's doing moderator work, so we'll leave him be. But next race in the Echo Racing League, race number 14 at Michigan. That's going to be a fun one for sure. High draft. It's basically a super speedway at that point. So tune in next Friday night for that one. We'll determine 4 drivers to fight for the championship. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.